Good morning, boys and girls, and we're into Thursday already. So let's look at our date. So today is Thursday, the 25th of February, 2021. Make sure you start your day by writing your date. Thursday, the 25th of February, 2021. Let's take a quick whiz through these spellings. I'm sure you know them by now anyway, and you can say them before me. Wait. Train. Explain. Holiday. Stay. Sunday. Sunday's a day of the week, of course, that's why it has a capital letter. Take. Make. Games. Making. Table. And grey. And you write those into your Thursday column. We're now on to part 9 of our sounds in focus, and you have to complete the missing spaces in the words with the A sound. And of course you have to choose which A sound would be the right one to go into each word. Okay? So, A and a grey table. I'm not telling you which A's to use, but I don't mind reading the words. A grey table. Then you draw a picture of the words. So you draw a grey table here, and then you do the same with all of these. You complete the words and you illustrate the phrase or the sentence with a little picture in the middle, all right? In part 10, we're looking at homophones, which we are getting very used to. As we know, homophones are words that sound the same, but are spelt differently and have a different meaning. So we'll just whiz through these. It says, I will tell you your weight if you wait. I know a tale about a whale with no tail. On the first Sunday in April, I ate 8 grapes. If you pull the handbrake too hard, you will break it. If you grate the chocolate, it will look great on top of the cake. So you're writing the underlined word again, but you're spelling it differently, okay? And it has a different meaning. The only one that doesn't sound the same when I say it, and maybe it's just my pronunciation, is et and eight. But then some of us say 8 and 8. So they are homophones technically, but I just happen to pronounce them differently. I don't know about you. Do they sound the same to you, or do you say them differently? We'll have a quick look at the challenge today too. We might as well, because I don't think it'll take you very long. It's just jumbled up words with the A sound, and you have to rearrange them to make the word. So once you have done that, then you can move on to your literacy. And today we are looking at question marks, exclamation marks, and full stops. And you have to choose which ones to use for each phrase or sentence. Okay, so let's have a quick reminder of what question marks, exclamation marks, and full stops are. Although we're pretty good at them already, so this is just a bit of revision really today for us. Here's our question mark, and you put the question mark, as you know, at the end of a question. And you can often identify a question because a lot of the time it starts with a W or a H word. Who, what, where, when, why, or how. It can start with other words like can and things like that as well, but often a questioning word starts with a W or a H word, okay? Now, exclamation marks then we looked at a few weeks ago, and you use an exclamation mark when you want to shout something or when you want to really exaggerate what you're saying or show excitement or some kind of strong feelings. Oh my goodness, that is great. This is the best day ever. Okay? Or get out of there now. So you're trying to shout or you're trying to really stress what you are saying. And then for all other times, we just use our plain old full stop, which we're well used to. So I want you to read through each of these sentences, and then at the box at the end, you put in one of those 3 things, either an exclamation mark, a question mark, or a sentence. Now sometimes you'll see 2 boxes, and that means that there's 2 spaces that need to be filled. Watch out, cried Ellie. Are you okay? So in the first one, you put the punctuation that you would use for this. So exclamation mark, question mark, or full stop. And then for the second space, you'd put your punctuation in here. All right. Same down here with this one as well. There are 2 spaces that need one of those 3 things. So the first one goes in here, and then the second one goes in the second box. And then you can complete this page as well. I don't know why the boxes are suddenly above and below each other now when they were next to each other before. Maybe they just didn't have room. So the first one goes here, and then the second one goes there. And then over the page, you have 3 sentences to write. At the top, you have to write a question about a lion. Now, you do not have to fill all of these lines. All I want is a simple question, all right? Write your own question for this picture, so it ends with a question mark. Write your own sentence for this picture, so it's going to end with a full stop. And now use an exclamation mark in your sentence for this picture. So maybe run away quickly from the crocodile. So 1 sentence for each. A question, a sentence, and an exclamation mark. And I do not need you to fill all the lines, just a question or a sentence for each, all right? For our maths today, we are looking at multiples of 10. And a multiple of 10 is any number at all that ends with 0. Okay, so these numbers all at the top are all multiples of 10. All right, and we're going to be multiplying these multiples of 10 by 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 10 as well. All right, so this could look a bit scary at the start. You've got spaceships in a box here, and there's 40 per box. How many in 2 boxes? 2 40s. Now, I'm going to show you another technique to multiply this, which will apply to all of your page. 2 times 4. What you do is forget about the 0 for a minute. We're going to plop it on at the end, okay? So 2 times 4 is 8. Put a 0 on the end, 80. Okay, so as you're working through these pages, if you're getting stuck with multiples of 10, forget that the 0 is there. Just multiply the other number and put a 0 at the end, then at the end of your answer. So for example, this one, let's see, cars. 3 boxes of cars, 3 times 50. 3 times 5, put a 0 on the end. Okay, let's pick out another one. Penguins. 4 times 30. 4 times 3, and you can use your times table sheet to help you if you need it, and then put a 0 on the end of your answer. The same is true the whole way through the book. Sometimes the questions are written in words like this. Twice 30, which is 2 times 30. 2 3s, put a 0 on the end. 3 times 20, double 50, which means 2 50s. 20 multiplied by 10. So do what you do with the others. Cover over the 0. 2 multiplied by 10, and put a 0 on the end. Okay. 5 times 5, and put a 0 on the end. Same with the rest of the questions as you work your way down through the page. Forget the 0 is there if it's confusing you, and put it on at the end. All right? Also, boys and girls, as usual, carry on with your accelerated reader. We're all aiming to do 1 quiz a week, and if you need any help logging on, please do contact me and I'll do my best to help you. And also carry on with SumDog or hit the button as well to practice your times tables. The only other thing I need to remind you of is that I posted a Grow in Love video yesterday, and it contains some information about first penance, and there's a prayer in it in this week's Grow in Love that you need to practice and learn. It's called the Confiteor. So when you get a chance, have a little look at that video, all right? And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.